What's up, guys? This is Ray and welcome to Asian Filmist, and today we'll be talking about the 2018 South Korean film Little Forest, starring Kim Tae-Ri. And actually, Little Forest is an adaptation of a Japanese manga of the same name, and the manga has actually already been adapted into a duology of Japanese films a couple of years back. But while in the Japanese version, you had two movies, two two-hour movies to flesh out the characters and the story. Here in the South Korean version, we just have one movie to kind of contain everything all in one. And I think the story to Little Forest, at first, it's really simple. It's about this girl named Hae-won, and she's a university student, and she gets super stressed out with her life in Seoul. She has problems with her boyfriend that she decides to escape back to her rural hometown village. And while she's back in her hometown, she kind of takes this time to let some of her wounds heal, to overcome some of the stress she has been experiencing not only in Seoul but also the time prior to her leaving, when her mom just suddenly disappears. So as far as the positives of Little Forest go, first of all, I gotta talk about Kim Tae-Ri. She is absolutely lovely in this movie, and she has an absolute magnetic presence. I mean, she definitely is a spotlight stealer in this movie. Not only did she perform a very likable performance, she also had excellent chemistry with every supporting actor that she interacted with in the story. And despite her or the story not really diving into really dramatic territory, I still think that Kim Tae-Ri delivered a layered and nuanced performance with her character Hae-won. And I think part of her charm, well, not only is she's just lovely to look at, but I just think the character, I mean, we've all been through these stages where we just have to escape the stresses of life. If you live in the big city and your hometown is at a much slower pace, you go back to your hometown just to kind of recharge and rethink things over and decide what you want to do from that point on. Take a deep breath and then go back out there. And I absolutely love the scenery. The place where the movie was shot in, it's very beautiful. Shot in the pure countryside, a lot of greenery, and you see the scenery change throughout the 4 seasons. And with each season change, you get all the vibrant colors that come with each season, and it was beautiful to look at. And speaking of seasons, the food. I gotta talk about the food. I think the food is one of the main appealing points of this story. I mean, I think if you like food, if you just you love food, you love watching food get made from scratch to finish, then this movie has it all. I think every meal, every dish that Hae-won cooks, she always prepares it from scratch. She starts off by harvesting local vegetables and just you see the process of her making it, putting it in the oven, just waiting in anticipation for it to get ready, and you're waiting also in anticipation with her, and you want to see how the food turns out because everything looks yummy. Everything is so appetizing, and it seems like that each food that she cooks up is comfort food that's relative to the season that the scene takes place in. And I think if not all the dishes that Hae-won makes, many of them were originally made by her mom. And something that I like about the relationship with Hae-won and her mom is that a lot of these dishes, her mom just tells a white lie and just pretends that she has created these dishes. And for the longest time, Hae-won just believes her, and then it's not until she is an adult that she realizes the not ugly truth, but that she realizes the truth. And it's funny and cute whenever each one of those reveals comes forth. As appetizing the food was and as therapeutic it was watching the food get made, the food plays a much larger role than that in this story. I mean, first of all, it's what Hae-won does to help cope with her stress, help cope with her problems, because after all, each time she remakes these recipes that she's grown up with, they're all kind of associated with memories or even a lesson that she uses to overcome her internal struggles. And the food is key in displaying her relationship with her mom because, like I said before, her mom just suddenly leaves a little bit before Hae-won gets into university, and because of that, she kind of has these ill feelings towards her mom. But it's through these dishes that she remakes from her mom's recipes that she kind of learns more about her mom, kind of understands her, and hopefully mends that broken relationship between them. And speaking of the relationship between Haewon and her mom, I just love the way everything progresses and gets to where it does at the end. Because, at first you're thinking, man, Haewon's mom, she's just a terrible person. But the further you go along in the story, it's kind of like, was she really a terrible person? You get to learn more about it, and then just the way everything plays out. I think it was food for the soul. It was definitely heartwarming. And overall, what did I think of Little Forest? Well, I absolutely loved it. Have no negatives whatsoever to say about this movie. It comes with some of my highest recommendations. It's definitely something to watch if you're feeling hungry, or if you've even been in a similar situation as Haewon, where you get so stressed out you just need to run away and you need to recharge. But then when you go back home, what waits for you is not only some of the best friends you probably have ever made, but also some of the best food you've ever had in your life, because there's nothing quite like the food that you've grown up with. So the movie portrays all that and gives us likable characters and a nice and simple story that doesn't try to overcomplicate itself, and it's enjoyable and entertaining from minute one. And believe me, when you see Haewon just smile after every bite she takes of her cooking, you're gonna smile too. You're not only gonna get hungry, but you're just gonna smile too at just the sheer amount of glee that Haewon experiences. And yes, those are my thoughts on Little Forest. Please leave your thoughts in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. And if you really dig my content, please know you can always support Asian Filmists via Patreon from as little as $1. And yeah, that's about it for me, guys, and I hope to see you all again in the next video. Take it easy.